Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Trickety. Yes, guys, this is another amazing edition of Wake Up with Trickett. And I hope everybody's doing exceptionally well on this, what is it, TGIF Friday. Absolutely. Let's thank God that it's Friday, right? Why not? The weekend is here. And hopefully everyone is going to have an amazing day today. I hope so. Because whatever you set your intentions out to be is what your day is going to be. And like I always say, the opposition is going to come because people hate to see people happy. But it is what it is because they're broken. You have to just expect them to come. But once again, like I say, you let it go one ear and out the other. You just brush it right off your shoulder and just keep pushing. So, if it's your first time coming across my page, my name is Trickett, where we think outside the box, guys. We do not live in the matrix here. We don't stay one way and like we're frozen in time. No, absolutely not. But we grow and continue to grow, and we grow into our higher self, and we continue to better ourselves. And that's what we do on this page. And on this page, you're going to see something mystical, magical, and spiritual. Absolutely. And it's also, this page is governed by truth, love, and clarity. Those are the three entities, the three energies that govern this page right here. So, with that being said, guys, if you are a new subscriber, I welcome you and I hope you stay for a long time and not a short time. And if you're just coming across my page, I hope you stay for a long time and not a short time. And if you are my OGs, my A1s from day ones, you know I love loyalty. So thank you for hanging out with me because you most definitely have been here for a long time. And I hope you continue to stay so we can continue to grow together. Yeah. And have fun doing it, right? Exchanging good energy, iron sharpening iron, you know, and we do what we got to do. So to make things happen, to improve our lives and to become a better version of who we are, because a better version of us, guys, means that we are a better experience for those that come in contact with us. And we can give them something to think about. You know, when people see you doing good, and if they're not hating on you, you know, they want to know how you do it. Why? Because they want that energy too. They don't want your energy, but they want to pull out that energy you have in them. They want to pull that energy out as well so they can be abundant in energy, abundant in joy, abundant in love, and hopefully abundant also in prosperity. Cha-ching. So, guys, where do we start? I want to talk to you guys about how quick people forget. And that's what I think I'll title this. How quick people forget. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of people that may have came to you like they have come to me, collective. And people know you're gifted, right, in different areas and whatnot. So they come seeking you out, you know, for knowledge because they know you're gifted, right? And so, you know, you being who you are, like myself, you know, if you read the individual and they're not shady or, you know, they're not there to, you know, try to do any harm to you, you're going to help them out because that's what we're here to do. We're here to raise the vibration on this planet. We're here to help people to become better so they become a better version of themselves, right? But people forget extremely quick. And it's the same, like I'm not even a religious person, but It's the same for like the people in the Bible. They forgot extremely quick too what God did for them, and people will forget if they haven't already what you have done, like what I have done for them. And what I mean by that is people will seek you out, and you're like, okay, what's up? And I had one person recently come to me. I'll just give you my story. I had one person recently come to me, and they were like, I'm trying to sell my house and nobody wants to buy it. And I'm just listening. And they were frustrated because, they're like, it's not selling. I've had it on the market. Everybody wants to rip me off. I'm not just going to give my house away, but I want to sell it. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, well, I can help you out with that. And, they were already skeptical. They want your help, but this individual was skeptical at the same time, right? Because they were frustrated. And I understand that because we've all been there, right? So when you've already been somewhere somebody else has already been, you have understanding, right? You have some patience. You have some compassion because you're like, I've been where you're at. So I understand where you're coming from. So I told them, well, I can pull out my pendulum right now. And if you want to sell your house, I can get you an answer right in front of you right now. If you're going to sell it, if you're going to sell it, or if you are not. And they were frustrated, like, yeah, well, they're a religious person, not knocking no one. I used to be there a long time ago. And some people are still there, right? So, they had doubt, they had frustration, and nothing was working for them. So I pulled out my pendulum and I do what I do. I connect to my spirit guides, ancestors, so on, right? And I was like, will this person sell their house? And they were like, yes. And I said, see, you got the answer. It's yes. And they were frustrated, like, I think I seen your hand move. They thought it was a parlor trick, but they know it isn't because they know who I am and what I do, and they know my energy is for real. I haven't seen no one challenge it ever. And I'm on a public platform. So I was like, and if it wasn't going to sell, I could easily ask for you. And because I'm so highly favored, that would have been granted. What I've asked would have been granted to you. Unless there was some other underlying motives with that individual. They could have been going through karma, something that I don't know, something they could have did just the other day or last week or whatever. And God was dealing with them, the divine creator of all was dealing with them. But that wasn't the case. This person was just frustrated, tired, and just wanted to get their house sold. So I did the whole little pendulum swing. It swings yes in their favor. They're like, I think I seen your hand move. I was like, oh, so you think this is like a parlor trick? Like you think it's about moving. I'm answering your questions. I'm tapping into your mind. I'm looking into the future and can pull back the answer. What you can't, what you can only see what's in front of you. I can see past the days that you can see, past the months you can see. It's not about, I think I seen this or seen that. But I was like, you lack belief. And they were like, well, does it matter because you have the belief? I said, well, yeah, absolutely right. But it just would be nice if you showed some gratitude and had some belief. So anyway, some time went by. Probably 2 months went by. And then I finally meet up with that person like 2 months later. And I was like talking to them, and they were like, yeah, I sold my house. Never once did they mention, you told me I was going to sell my house. This is what people do, folks. This is common. Never once did they say thank you. Never once did they show gratitude. But when they came to me, they were frustrated. They couldn't see past their hand. And I'm here seeing into the future and pulling that information back and giving it to them for free. Could I charge? I can easily charge for the gifts that I have because I'm able to do what people want and they can't do it themselves. But I didn't. I gave, I did it for free, did it out of love, but there was no gratitude back, just like in the Bible. There's a Bible story where God had the children of, what was it? I think it was the children of Israel. They were in the desert, and Moses was guiding them, and God was feeding them by day and was also giving them light by night for them to see because they were in the middle of the desert. Also rescued them through Moses, parting the Red Sea for them to be able to cross not on wet ground, but on dry ground. And the minute they got to the other side, they start complaining. No gratitude, no thank you, no praises offered for saving their life. And this is common. This is what's going to happen. A lot of people don't understand why they don't get the blessings that they should be receiving. It's because they lack gratitude. And this is why on Wake Up with Trickett, we think outside the box, because this religious individual could not get the answer going their traditional route, whatever that is, right? They couldn't get it. But I was able to pull the answer in seconds. And because it was done a way that wasn't traditional to their programming, they couldn't see outside the box. But I was able to provide what they wanted. So, just like the children, I believe it was, of Israel that was in the middle of the desert, being guided by Moses, I believe it was the children of Israel. They complained and they murmured, and God got upset with them. Now, I didn't get upset with this person because I understand this is like the average individual until they start to grow because they're in a box. Now, if it would have been done with us holding hands in a circle and everyone praying and it would have worked, that way probably would have been more traditional for them. And so they would have accepted it. But I don't need to do that. I don't need no help. I don't need anyone to pray for me. I'm not knocking prayer, but I'm connected myself and highly favored. So, and highly gifted. So I don't need that. So, and it's nothing wrong for those that do, but I don't need it. So I gave this person the answer. They came back to me. They let me know. We met up. They sold the house. And the first thing they say, folks, is, yeah, I sold it, but I didn't get what I wanted out of it. Stop right there. Let me tell you guys something right now. When you are asking God, Spirit, Jesus, universe, whomever you believe is the divine creator of all things. When you are asking, you must be specific. This person didn't say, I want to sell the house for this price. No. They didn't say, this is how much I want to get out of it. No. All they said is, I can't sell my house and I want to sell it. That's what you spoke. That's why it's so important, guys, to say what you mean and mean what you say. So the person got the house sold, but it was not for what they wanted. But they didn't mention any of that. And so instead of showing gratitude, they were still frustrated. Like when I first met them a couple months ago, they were still frustrated because they didn't get the amount of money that they wanted. But then again, when they made their request, they didn't say what they wanted to get out the house. So how fast people forget the help that they receive from you and I and others out there. And it was for free. And they got their prayers answered. What they wanted, they actually got. What they asked for, they actually got. But they were not specific. You must be specific. Do you know that there's a verse in the Bible, guys, and I'm not a religious person, but there's a verse even in the Bible that says something of this nature, that when you come before God in prayer, outside of coming in spirit and in truth, God says to make your petition known. Don't come whining, don't come crying. When you come before God, right? Before the divine creator of all things, when you come before him, before spirit, because you come in spirit and in truth. You're not coming in the flesh. You are coming in the 5D. You are coming in an invisible realm. You are coming to him, to spirit in truth, in your spirit form, and you are coming truthful. He says to make your petition known. Know what you want when you come before me. Don't waste my time. When you come before me, you have my attention. I hope you did your due diligence and your homework and you know exactly what you want. Most people do not. Well, God knows how I am. Well, God knows me. What's all that junk? This is why people don't get what they're asking for. Because that's not how he said to come to him. And so you must be very specific in your prayer, in your request, in your positive affirmations, so you can have your manifestations come in the way you put the request out, and not just come in any old way because the way you put the request out was just any old way. I just want to sell my house. Instead of like, I would like to sell my house. I would like to get this amount of money for it. This is what I feel it's valued at. This is what it's been appraised at. I don't want to be lowball. I don't care about the economy. I don't care about any of that, what's going on, because that means nothing when you're dealing with a power that is divine and has created all things. That means nothing. That's like going to a multi-billionaire and saying, well, the economy is bad right now, so I don't know if that's going to be a problem for you. I'm a multi-billionaire. No, it's not going to be a problem. I don't care what the economy is. I don't care if gas was $20 a gallon. It means nothing for a multi-billionaire. And that is like the same concept the divine creator of all has. Like, nothing you're asking me is a problem for me. The only problem will lie in you. Do you believe that I can do it? Do you believe in the things that are coming out of your mouth, the words that are coming out of your mouth? Do you believe it, or are you just having an emotional moment? You know how some people go to their institution on Sundays, Wednesdays, whatever, and they huddle up in prayer and they're really feeling it. And an hour out of their institution, they're already on the phone saying, well, I don't know if it's going to work. We prayed and, the feelings left because it wasn't something they really believed. It was just emotional. The music was playing, the people were singing. I felt emotional, like, yes, it's going to work. And then when the music stopped and the singing stopped and you left the institution, you went right back to default, doubting, right back on the phone, complaining to whomever about, well, I got a plan B. If this don't work, you already have doubt if it doesn't work. So now the divine creator of all, whoever you claim your God to be, you're doubting. So if you truly believe that God has created all things and you're sitting there doubting them, it's like the readers that when they say, give me one card and, the divine gives them four, that's too much. That's ludicrous. I'm going to put you in check, but then I need your help for answers. They need to sit down and really evaluate their self. As if God don't know what they need. I want what I ask for, not what I need. That's arrogance. So how many of us get arrogant or have been arrogant before we had learned the proper way of prayer, of requesting, of seeking, of asking? Probably all of us at one time or another have been just like those readers that basically is telling God that he's wrong. This is too much. Oh, really? So you're smarter than me, but you need my help. So you're going to pray to me and ask for this or ask for a healing, but then again, you're going to say, well, I don't know if it's going to work. Same ludicrous type thinking. So now you're going to turn around and doubt me? But then when you get scared or when you're desperate, then you're praying to me, but it's not out of belief why you're coming to me. It's out of fear because you don't know where else to turn. So you're not even asking with strong conviction. You're asking because you're just scared, because you're desperate, because you don't want to get in trouble, so because you don't want to die, so because you don't want to lose your job or lose a relationship or whatever the case may be. It's out of fear. And that's not going to get you nowhere because what you put out comes back. So if you're putting out your request to the universe, to the divine creator of all things, and you're saying, I need help, I need this, I need whatever it is, and then an hour or two later you're doubting it, you're not going to get it because doubt is the devil. Doubt, that's what they need to be teaching. It's doubt that stops you. When you don't get something, it's because you're doubting. Because you're going to be tested. Why do you think you're being tested? To see what? If you doubt. If you're really going to believe me, or you're just believing me because the mood is right. But when the mood is gone, are you still going to believe me? That's the whole reason why we are all tested. To see if we what? Carry doubt. Because doubt is the devil. That is the true devil. That is never taught. But that is the true devil. That's why here you are always going to get truth, love, and clarity. Once you let doubt creep in, you might as well say, I need to start all over again. Why do you think people ask other people to pray for them all the time? Can you pray for me, brother? Can you pray for me, sister? Can you pray for me? You know why they're saying, can you? Because they know they carry doubt. My faith isn't as strong as you. I don't believe that. They may tell you that. They may not tell you that. But if they're asking you for prayer, it's because their faith isn't strong. So what they're saying is, I need help. And I'm hoping that your faith will be a lot stronger than mine. And you can be a strong person too and have a weak moment, but it's not a lifestyle. It may be a moment because what you're dealing with is close to home. It's touching you in a way that it's messing with your belief. It takes an extremely strong person to have something so close to you, like a child, like your spouse, like a relative that you actually love and care about, and still stay strong enough to put your request out there and still stay strong enough to hold on until that answer comes. That takes practice. That doesn't come overnight. And if you had not been putting in the work prior to that, most likely you do not have the spiritual muscle to be able to carry that out. So you're going to ask for help from people that may not be as close to your situation. So they're not affected the same way emotionally. So their faith may be a little stronger, and it may be strong enough to pull that through for you. That's why even in the Bible, Jesus said, "O ye of little faith." He got upset with his disciples. "O ye of little faith. You've seen me do all these things, walk on water, feed thousands of people with just a few fishes and a little bit of bread, heal people left and right, and you're questioning me." Where do you do that at? In the land of doubt. If you allow fear to come in, and we've all been there. I've been there. We've all been there. But the more you practice doing it the right way, the harder it's going to be for that fear to produce doubt in you, to stop what was coming your way. It's coming, and you doubt, and it goes right back. And you got to start all over again. So how soon, how quick people forget the good deeds you've done for them. How quick people forget to show you gratitude, to show you love, to give you your flowers. They should be giving you your flowers while you're alive. But how many people wait till people pass away? Then they want to tell you all the great things they did. Then they want to cry a river. But when you were walking by and living, because they weren't in their right frame of mind, being healthy, but they were unhealthy, they found it hard to speak well of you. They found it hard to celebrate you. They found it hard to show you gratitude. They just found it hard, difficult to show you the gratitude that you deserve. But then when you die, they want to speak over your, do the eulogy and say all these wonderful things about you. And you're like, wow, that person was always around you. You didn't say that? No. God was feeding these people in the desert. Even the Bible said their clothes never got old. Never. They were in the desert. They couldn't exchange clothes. They didn't have like a whole wardrobe. The Bible says that their clothes never got old. Their garments never got old. Where was the gratitude? There wasn't. Where was the complaining? Everywhere, all the time, consistently. And people wonder why things go the way they go for them, because they don't show gratitude when they ought to be showing gratitude. They don't give blessings when they ought to be giving blessings. They want to be quick to say, thank God. That's great. But God is saying that person helped you out. You're supposed to be showing gratitude to that person because I'm watching you. But you want to skip that person and thank me. Doesn't work like that. You're robbing that person out of the work they did for free. Why don't you show some respect? They don't. So how quick people forget the good deeds you collective do for other people. How many people are saying thank you for the good deeds that you do? How many people are showing you